let's call the meeting to order at 6:32. I'd like to welcome everyone to our hybrid meeting. We have one of our citizens here today, so that's awesome. And I think we have a couple of folks visiting as well via remote. We're still acting under the executive orders, revised a little bit a month ago. Let's see. The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held on May 25th, 2021.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from the regular meeting held May 25th, 2021.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, audience of citizens. We have a citizen here with her hand up. Jane Sanders, what can we do for you? Yep, please, that's fine. Yep.
Actually, it's a question for you, Jim.
Okay.
The RTC nominated Kate for the Board of Ed, and I think that she sent letters. I know the RTC sent letters to all three of you, but it seems to have stalled. So I was just kind of, you're on the public.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's stalled.
No,
I
I
think
think so.
it's with everything else that's going on. And
We need to communicate. There are a couple of people that have volunteered for different positions, all of which need to be appointed. Kate was one. There were a couple of others that volunteered for that position, and a couple of others that volunteered for a couple of other positions. I'm trying to distribute all the names and numbers to make sure that Dwayne and Jim have everyone's numbers so they can make contact with everybody, have communication with everybody, and then we'll move it forward.
That is no names, but I hear that there's somebody that is interested in planning and zoning as well.
There are a couple of people. Yeah.
It's good because I remember going to the Middletown YMCA, and there was one town and they said we can never get anybody.
Yep. Well, we've got a lot of vacancies around town, but those are the two that are right now we're trying to fill.
So do you think the next meeting there'll be some progress?
I hope so.
yeah.
Well, what the process is, Jane, like Angus said, that started a couple of years ago. I myself and Jim, the newcomer, we would like to introduce ourselves and see who the candidates are, have a discussion with them, and just, some of the people we,
I think that's a wonderful idea.
some of us don't know who they are, some of us do know who they are, but it's just a process that I feel comfortable when I nominate someone or second someone that I know what they're bringing to the table.
And I think because there are a number of people for a couple of different positions, we want to be able to contact them all and bring them forward in a not speedy, but a straightforward, get them all done at one time, move on, because we do have to call.
I do think that it's something really should be done. Is that all of the selectmen, you shouldn't, I agree with you, Dwayne, you shouldn't vote on somebody you don't know. I mean, you have to say,
I like to do my research.
And I think if it wasn't done before, I'm glad it's being done. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Is there anyone else? I don't see anyone here. I don't know. We have someone who's unidentified on the screen, but I don't hear any questions. Hearing none, I will take this opportunity and another opportunity at the end to make sure that everyone understands that the traffic is going to change considerably in Deep River starting on Thursday, the 10th of June.
Is it the beginning of the day Thursday or the end of the day Thursday?
I'm going to suggest at 8 o'clock in the morning, or 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be closed.
6:10 is wide open.
Might be.
Yeah.
Route 80 at the farm, at the Deep River Farms bridge crossing. That road will be closed for 65 days, hopefully less, but I'm going to guess every bit of 65 days until August 25th or so.
when is that?
It's the 25th, right? The detour has been posted on the highways, posted at the signs at the entrances to Route 80. It's a pretty extensive detour all the way down to Iverton. If you're coming on Route 80, you gotta go down to Iverton and up to exit 4 and then back up. And then if you're coming from Main Street down to exit 4 onto it down to Centerbrook, up the road to Iverton and then back up.
They have a big lit sign southbound on Route 9.
Yep.
Saying you don't get off at exit 5 for 80 West. And I don't know what it says coming north.
I'm going to ask you guys, actually, this is probably as good a time as any, to add to the agenda the Kelsey Hill traffic conversation and maybe some action on putting some temporary rules on the road.
Add to the agenda this evening, discussion about Kelsey Hill traffic patterns or traffic restrictions
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
for discussion.
Great. And second,
Yes.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Terrific. Hearing no other questions, we can move on to the next item on the agenda. That's the possible land donation behind Winter Firehouse. This is something that has come to light. The old Stallone property up at the corner of Westbrook Road and Winthrop Road was sold some time ago. And the new owner of the property has been in communication with the Deep Fire Department and has proposed to donate some land to the town to be used for the existing Winthrop Firehouse. It adds, I don't know the square footage, but it's about 133 feet by 130 feet wide. Coincidentally, there's an existing stone wall about 130 feet behind the.
Before I saw that, I was going to ask how that back line was determined, and then I saw the
So this is really in the beginning process. We just got this formalized. I'm going to send it to the town attorney for review. I'm going to send it to land use for review, but it's dry land. It's outside. Some of it is inside the 100-foot review area, but not all of it. And the fire department is very happy to have that for the ability, not so much to expand the firehouse, so that might happen down the road, but mostly to add some parking, maybe add a garage bay back there or something like that. So, it has no cost to the town. And it's really, other than legal, I think they'll take care of legal fees.
We'll lose a little bit on taxes, right? So it's probably not much, but it's still losing something.
Yeah.
It's probably close to half an acre, no?
I'm gonna guess 130 by 130. Yeah.
Well, that's a half an acre. I don't know, you know, half an acre would be for taxes, but it's still a couple dollars.
Yep, it's something, but it
It's
is
good.
something that we can use. So
Yes.
I think it outweighs one outweighs the other.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's anything that, well, I can't say for certain, but
0.67.
there you go, 8.67 of it. Yeah. So it's something we'll move forward. We'll take it up again once we get approvals, basically, from the zoning enforcement and the town attorney and anyone else that we might think of in between that. But that's where that is. Dan, you had your hand up.
Yeah, during the time of the detour, is there going to be any change in that fire station out there? And will be more responsible or something?
Right now, no, we've made some improvements to Plains Road, and that's going to be restricted only to emergency vehicles and emergency responders, so they can get back and forth up there.
The fire department's checked it out, and they've run
Yeah.
trucks down the Plains Road, up on the improved part of it,
Yes.
and the same with the deeper ambulance. And I can only speak for the ambulance, but if for some reason they don't like it because of the time or whatever, they've made some in the back of their mind ideas as to maybe stationing the ambulance or one of the ambulances out there because of work that they don't foresee.
Yeah, I think we've got a plan B and a plan C.
Exactly.
I see what happens with it. But that brings up really the next item on the agenda. You guys just asked the agenda. It's Kelsey Hill traffic. We are the town's traffic committee, and I'd like us to talk about putting some restrictions on traffic on Kelsey Hill for the duration of this bridge closure. I want to I would like to ask you guys about putting some signs on either side and asking the state traffic commission about restricting truck traffic. I'd like to say no commercial truck activity on that road.
No through truck.
No commercial activity unless, no commercial through traffic.
Through traffic.
If somebody's got to move a house and
Things like that, so it's
Yeah.
local.
Right. As well as I'd like to put a sign up there that it's really just restricted to local traffic.
Hmm.
Like put 2 signs at both entrances that say that. And then if state traffic commission allows for it, we can enforce it with police up there. And I think that's really, it is really important, the trucks in particular.
Oh, absolutely.
Traffic is going to increase just because the locals need to get it back and forth. But if we start throwing, commercial activity,
It's
large
a
trucks
disaster
going up
waiting to
there,
happen.
it's really dangerous.
Mhm.
So.
On
I appreciate it, guys.
that same vein, has there been marking or is there going to be markings on Plains Road? Because I was through there
You
yesterday.
had 2 signs.
I didn't see any signs, so I must have missed it.
Well, I haven't gone up there for
Yeah.
a couple of days, but the crew told me that they put
Okay,
a
I
sign.
probably missed it, but that's the same thing. We don't want anybody other than emergency vehicles going down through that.
No, that's actually a bigger concern, frankly. If we have a fire truck going there and 3 local folks are trying to get into town and go in opposite directions, there's no room on that road.
Right.
Go either way.
That's a,
So, if you guys could, maybe make a motion to authorize me to work with the state traffic commission, get some signs prepared. So we
make a motion, we authorize Angus McDonald to interface with the state traffic commission to appropriately label Kelsey Hill Road for during the duration of the bridge outage for restricted commercial traffic.
ASAP.
No, I'd like to get that done by Thursday.
Yeah.
And we are definitely going to be enforcing speed on that side.
And that's-
You'll see a lot of police presence.
I'll let the motion, I'll let that go through that.
Well, you got a motion and a second.
Maybe, at least for the first 3 weeks, you mentioned it, more police
Oh, yeah.
presence, you know.
Yeah, we've already talked about that. All those in favor? Okay. That is our agenda.
I
Let's see.
just had one question,
Good.
following up on Chelsea Hill, because it was brought up 2 weeks ago. Was there anything, the ladies that came and spoke to us about Cedar Swamp?
So,
Was there any
Yeah.
monitoring of that? Just
Yep, I spoke with Tom about that, all of the constables are aware of it. I think that they tell me that they're spending more time up there. We're looking into the stop signs. Again,
Is
to
that-
put a stop sign up, we have to talk to
that's a
the
state too.
we have to talk to the state traffic commission about it.
let's get Chelsea Hill first.
I'll be on the phone with them, so we'll talk to them about both.
Yeah.
I don't believe that stop signs are a real effective way to slow down traffic, because if there's nobody there to enforce them. But, and the thing about that is too, is I think we need to talk to the people that are right where we're putting them. Because yes, there's traffic, there's more traffic, there's going to be more traffic. But if you put a stop sign, people are going to hear the car stop, they're going to hear the stop car idle for a little while, and then they're going to hear the car accelerate. And if that's right in front of someone's house, that can be.
I've heard that was an issue with the stop sign up by Chesterfield's, and that's in Chester. They wanted a stop sign there to slow down traffic going into the center of town. And I've heard, again, this is just, but I've heard that that's the exact same thing, is cars stopping, motorcycles stopping and then going. They take them, make a lot of noise, which in a way was equal to, if not more annoying than when the traffic went on through.
Well, that's the big concern
Yeah.
with the intersection of Spring Street and Union Street.
Yep.
There's a 2-way stop there now where that little island is.
Right.
I would love to put a stop sign to make that a 3-way stop.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of commercial truck traffic going to Silgans on that. And I would hate to make all those trucks stop right in front of that house.
And a lot of those trucks, they like to use their brake brakes.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. 4 in the morning, somebody's making.
And there's positives and negatives to it.
So, we are looking into that for the folks out there who are paying attention tonight. And thank you for bringing it up. I hope that we can have some answers for next week. For now, anyway, police presence should be more active. We should start seeing paving projects begin. We have all of our bids in. We're gonna make some choices, and let's get that started in July.
What are the roads we're talking about doing?
You know, there's the end of Westbrook Road.
We're still
Really
working
from where we stopped
Yep.
over to all the way to the Westbrook line.
Okay.
Bushy Hill, the same thing. We did a bunch at the end. There's another section up here that needs to be completed. I think Sylvan Terrace is on that list. Fox Run is on that list. Fox Run, though, we're going to wait. I hope that the construction of the driveway going up there is completed. I'd hate to pave that road and then have a bunch of construction going on at the corner.
Are those just paving or mill and pave?
So what we've mentioned so far are mill and pave. There is some work that we need to do on River Road that I think is going to be pull up just an inch and a half. Actually, I think Bushy Hill might be able to do that too. We're going to do a little core and see how much there is. That was an old state highway. I think there's a lot of pavement there in this particular section. I want to suggest there was something up, but I can't remember what it is up there, so I'll let you know, and certainly we'll announce it when it comes time.
And it looks like all the cracks ceiling and everything on Kelsey Hills is done.
Yeah, that's all completed. Yeah, and frankly, I think I was at the landing and up at Flatwood Park and the parts of Kelsey that had been completed last year, and I think that worked pretty well.
We're gonna find out in 2 months.
Yeah, we are.
With the traffic.
Yes, we are.
How it holds up.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good test, and we're going to try to find a road that will do by another company and another process for rejuvenation and extension of life for the roads. There was we should have just seen. We just did a third of maybe a little more than a third of the catch basins were cleaned out in the past couple of weeks, just as part of the MS4 project program, and that's what I have right now.
So you might have a question.
Do you know the address of the property that's being donated?
The address? Well, it's a large piece of property, and the map number 6 Westbrook Road is the address of the large piece. But the half an acre that is being donated is directly behind the Winthrop Firehouse. That's it for me. Any other thoughts, questions?
I make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
What?
651.
There we go.